Okay, so next up we're going to do quite a nice little kind of summer dish. 2 people, kind of ideal as a lunch, and it's going to be baked tofu on tomatoes with some of the falafel crust that we used earlier, and some nuts thrown in there as well. So here I've just got some kind of different varieties of tomato. They've got this green tomato here, and I think it's called a black Crimean black tiger or something. I don't know. Anyway, what we're going to look for is slices about that thick, and let's go for 2 each. So 4 slices in all. There you go. We'll layer them into the dish alternately, just so that they look a little bit pretty, like that. Season with salt, olive oil, generous amount of pepper, and then in my fridge I've got some fresh oregano, a little bit like thyme, which you'd be more than welcome to use if you wanted to, like that. So let's just go pinch at the top, put it down, all the leaves come off, sprinkle that on. Let's go for 3 sprigs. So again, pinch, strip. Lovely. Into the pot with the rest of those, and we'll set that aside just for a second. Give the board a quick wipe. And let's get our falafel mix out of the fridge. So you can see that's set up quite nicely. Need a bowl. Spoon, and we're going to take about, I don't know, 2 tablespoons worth. Pop that back in the fridge. And then here we've got some flaked almonds. We're going to pop into that mix. And we've also got some pine nuts. So we're going for kind of like a Italian feel to this dish. What with the tomatoes, nuts, and the rest of it. Because one of the problems with tofu, I think, is that it has a pretty much a neutral flavour and not much texture. So this way, we should be giving it, well, both texture and flavour. You know, we've already got the chickpeas in there, we've got the spices in there, we've got the nuts in there now as well. Up. Pop that to one side. Go with our tofu. This tofu is different to one that we just used in the soup because it is slightly firmer than the other one. The other one was a silken tofu and was a little bit smoother and softer in its finish. So again, cut it out. Kitchen paper at the ready. Oh, out it comes. Lovely. The idea, like the basis for this dish was kind of thinking of like a baked fish with a herb crust. But this is a great dish for vegetarians. It's so simple. Once we're out the oven, or once we go into the oven, it's 10 minutes kind of thing. So just run your knife through the middle, and you get 2 little slabs of tofu. Where are they? There you go. And then onto that, we're going to spread our little topping. Not too firm. There you go. Then gently go on top of the tomatoes. Let me show you that. On top, pat that down. Another little drizzle. Of olive oil, and that goes into the top of your oven at 200 degrees for about 15 minutes. See you in 15. Okay, so after 15 minutes I checked the tofu and its crusty top. It wasn't quite as brown or as crunchy as I'd like, so I gave it another 5 minutes. The timer's about to go off for those, so I guess we better look to finish and serve it up. Get a plate out nice and ready. Let's move that to the side for the time being. There's the timer. Out we come. So you can see, nice and golden, crunchy. Tomatoes have just started to wilt at the bottom. There's a nice little bit of juice that's come out, so it's all going to go over a dressing, look all lovely. So get yourself out a spatula. Get your plate out. Go under, up. Get the tomatoes out. Pop that in there. Take some of the juice that's come out of the tomatoes. Spoon that over the top. Then what we're going to do is grab some basil leaves. And we're just going to pick those over the top. Scatter them on the plate, make it look a little bit pretty, you know. There we go, a little drizzle of olive oil. Little wipe. There you go. Baked tofu with a herby, nutty crust and some tomatoes with basil. Nice.